Good evening, guys, and happy Tuesday to all of your sunshiny faces, guys. We are getting so close to Christmas. I got my sales papers today too, since it is Tuesday, and Jewel looks like they had the exact same sales, I think, running from last week, even though it says it starts on Wednesday and runs until Friday, and then after Friday, like after Christmas, I don't know what they have like on sale. So I don't know if there's gonna be like a new ad or like anything like that. So like I said, I won't be going to Jewel, at least you know, like we don't need to. My dad did stop at Valley Produce actually today, because we needed, I told you guys, the Hershey's Kisses. We also needed the chow mein noodles, and for like those, I don't know what they called, like bird's nests or like Rudolph, I don't know what they're called. Like Rudolph something or other. Like you can add like different treats and stuff to it. Like I have no clue. I honestly don't know what they're called. It's just like you melt the butterscotch and then you mix the chow mein noodles in there with it, and then you let it dry and you do them in like little clumps, sort of, you know, whatever. Yeah, that's pretty much like I said what it is, and I don't know what they're called. Like I just remember my mom made them a lot when I was like little for like Christmas and stuff like that, and I always liked them a lot because I really like butterscotch. So like it's weird, I don't like butterscotch candies, but I like butterscotch like chips. Like I like oatmeal scotchies too. But we didn't end up making those this year. I was a little bummed out about that. Because like I said, like I was telling you guys too, since we cleaned out the laundry room pantry, I've really been trying to go through and use up like any pre-made mixes that we had. So that was sort of what I focused on for Christmas. And then some of the just normal stuff that we do too. But again, it didn't cost us a lot. Like honestly, every single week so far at the grocery stores, we've been under budget. And honestly, normally, which again, we'll see about next week, but because of like, what's it called? New Year's. Other than that, like afterwards, I don't foresee us being like over budget. Normally when there's a holiday going on, I can expect to overpay because there's normally a lot of really good sales that are going on. It's normally like a pop stock up, a chip stock up, a, you know, we don't really buy those a whole ton unless it was like, oh, we really needed that maybe to go with dinner or something like that. Like we needed, like if I was doing sloppy joes and we didn't have any potato chips, like my mom really likes to have sloppy joes with potato chips. And, or like, if we were doing something that we needed tortilla chips for, like what's it called, like salsa chicken, and we need tortilla chips, then we might buy those. But like if not, like, you know, unless it's like specifically for something, we don't really buy them all that much just to like have extras. We normally buy them only when they're on sale, like during, you know, like I said, a stock up sale, which will normally go, you know, like follow a lot of the holidays. That's like the snack foods, the appetizer sort of things, and like the pop, you know, to have with you know, as like, you know, different drinks for the party, you know, kind of stuff. So like holidays, when it's like an entertaining holiday sort of thing, again, that's when you see a lot of that stuff that goes on sale. And so we stock up normally during that time, but then there's also all of the other things too. There is the dips, there's, you know, again, the, you know, specific vegetables and fruits or whatever that go on sale normally a lot of times during that. Like Christmas is a lot of times, you know, like what was I gonna say, oranges, and you know, near Thanksgiving you have like potatoes and like squash and stuff like that normally during Thanksgiving time. And cranberries are normally on sale near Christmas. So again, it's not like we stock up crazy during that kind of stuff. It normally just goes along with our normal like you know, weekly sales shopping and stuff like that. But again, there are certain trends to certain holidays and what you can find and, you know, again, stock up in, or what you'll find probably the cheapest all year round. Again, like Jewel has 7-cent per pound oranges for like, you know, that we got last week. And again, it looks like the sale is running again for the next like 3 days, Wednesday through Friday. So anyways, and then I don't know what's gonna be like after that, if they're gonna have like some type of sale like for, you know, like Saturday through the rest of the week, or like what it's gonna look like, or they're not gonna have an ad at all, because like Valley Produce and Caputo's just ran theirs for 2 weeks, so their sales ad, I think it goes until like the 28th or something like that. Or close to it. So it runs like the first Tuesday before Christmas and until this Tuesday, like, or no, I'm sorry, the Tuesday prior to, like, not today, but like last week up until next Tuesday. So like that's how their sale starts. Well, it starts on Wednesday, but then it goes until Tuesday. So next Tuesday will be the last day of their sales, whereas it started last Wednesday. Anyways, like I was trying to say, I always get like sidetracked sort of, and then I forget the main point. I wind up totally going sort of like on topic still, but like totally just a little bit like off on a trail somewhere. So anyways, yes, but about like the grocery stuff, budget and everything like that, like I'm surprised, like we've been very close to going over, but like even last week too, we have $5 left over. I was like, that's awesome, because again, normally I can expect to, our grocery budget's $200. We are normally well under that, and then with whatever money we have left over are for weeks again where I think we might wind up having to spend extra. But because we did so much of the pantry clean out and everything like that before Christmas, and before we ended up doing like our Christmas shopping and, you know, like the grocery shopping, all that kind of stuff, I knew like we could make basically a whole Christmas Eve dinner. We can make like 90% of the cookies that we wanted to make, you know, without needing extra ingredients. It's all stuff that we already have in the pantry. I just had to find it, because I know it's there, but it's buried somewhere in the back of the pantry or something like that, and it was not very cleaned or organized. So to try and find it, I'd find like maybe one that was separated. Like if I was like, oh, I need chocolate chips, maybe I'd find like one bag and not realize that I had 3 more that were just further back in the pantry. And so again, like that was this whole sort of point, was like I was able to find all that stuff. And again, or, you know, get some of this stuff again when it was on sale and everything. So to still stay under budget on probably Christmas is maybe one of the times that like I spend the most money on, like, again, sale stock ups and, you know, just other stuff that we just generally need. I didn't have to, like I said, do that at all. And you know, like I said though, my dad had to run out to Valley Produce today to get the chow mein noodles and also Hershey's Kisses, because we didn't have those for the like the peanut butter blossom cookies. My mom ordered some, but they, I guess maybe are supposed to be here tomorrow, or yeah, I think tomorrow. And I was like, I'm not gonna wait another day to make these. I was like, we're gonna make them now, because we finished with all of the cookies that we had to bake today. We finished gingerbread cookies, the peanut butter blossom cookies. Matthew made like a second batch. My mom made a batch of like reindeer chow or puppy chow earlier, like maybe a couple weeks ago, like maybe 2 weeks ago or something like that, and we pretty much finished it off. So since I got so much Chex cereal on sale, I was like, we can do a whole nother batch, so why not? Because again, we had the chocolate chips, the peanut butter, and also the butter, and I think that's what you need, powdered sugar. So again, I was like, hey, we can make a lot of this, you know, use this stuff up. So like I said, we ended up making that as well, and I think that's what we did. Like I said, the gingerbread, the peanut butter cookies, and also the puppy chow. So what we still have to make tomorrow, I forgot about the chow mein noodles after the fact. Like my dad bought them, and then I didn't see them in the box of stuff. Like we were keeping all of the baking things in a box, and I was like, oh, I didn't see those, because my dad had them in the bag with the Hershey's Kisses. And so since I saw the peanut butter cookie mix, I just knew I needed to make those. And then when I was like, oh, I'll get the Hershey's Kisses out, I was like, we forgot to make these. So we still have to finish those tomorrow, and we're gonna decorate the gingerbread cookies, and also I made all gingerbread men, just, you know, out of like the cookie cutters. The sugar cookies too, we also have to decorate those, and I did a whole bunch of different Christmas cutouts with those. And then we have to also do those the polar bear paw print cupcakes as well. So I have those last things to finish up tomorrow. Then on Thursday will be all of the cooking. But like I was saying with the decorating of the cookies, like the gingerbread and the sugar cookies, I wanted to do that today and we probably would have been able to. However, because we made the gingerbread cookies today, they weren't cooled enough, so I was like, we're just gonna have to wait till tomorrow most likely, and those are done and cooled, then we can use the, you know, do the decorating. So that is what the plan looks like for tomorrow. Like I said, that's still what we need to do, and then after that we can like I said, get to, I think I have at least 3 things for sure that I know I want to pre-make for Christmas Eve on Thursday. Other than that, I don't think that there's a lot to actually have pre-made. And then I think, see, I sort of wanted to make, there was something that was like, we should probably also pre-make that for maybe the quiche for Christmas morning. Like I can just, you know, whip that up and put it in the refrigerator. I can honestly cook it the night before and then just warm it up in the morning. But I think we were gonna do quiche. My mom got some special kind of like cinnamon roll pancakes, but then she also got cinnamon rolls, so I really don't know if I want to do both of those. Like that was again another thing that was in the pantry. Like I think honestly maybe my mom bought it like back in November, like she saw it at Walmart go on sale or something like that, or you know, they had it in stock the beginning of, you know, November, and she was like, oh, let's make this. But see, that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes my mom winds up going to the store and she'll like see something, she'll be like, oh, this is so cool, I want to use it for Christmas, puts it in the pantry and then forgets about it. And because I didn't buy it, then I don't remember. So like we're making the Christmas list or whatever, my mom's like, I don't have anything that we're gonna do for Christmas morning for breakfast. And so I'm like, okay, well, let's do this and this and this, you know, all that kind of stuff. And then we find it in there later and she was like, I wanted to make these for Christmas. And I was like, well, you know, like nobody else knew that she was going to, or again, we didn't see it in the pantry, we didn't find it. So when I knew that, like I said, she had put that in there and I was like, did you want to make these for Christmas? She was like, yes, I did. So that's why, like I said, we ended up going through that, because sometimes, like I said, she'll buy something and I don't know about it, or again, I'll buy something and forget about it and be like, oh, I want to set this aside for Christmas. Like I had for 4th of July, I made the Jello, the blue and white like Jello mold sort of things. Like you do the red and then you do the blue and then you do like the whipped cream on top. This is like red, white, and blue sort of. And I did that last year, but I think I bought like, I had 2 packages of red and 2 packages of blue. Or I think I had 2 packages of red and like 1 package of blue. But then I went out and bought a second one of the blue so I could do like a double batch. But I realized that like a single, like just 1 red, 1 blue was more than enough. So I was like, I'll save this for next year. If I don't go through the pantry again, like by like next 4th of July, I will completely forget that it's in there. So that's another thing. Like I buy stuff sometimes with the intent of being like, okay, well, I can just save that for next year or whatever. Or, oh, I forgot to make that for, you know, Christmas or whatever. I'll save it for next Christmas. So long as it stays good, which for, again, the most part, a lot of times the stuff that we get is like non-perishables. You know, like again, like cranberry sauce and stuff like that. Like I bought more than enough of that. Like we'll have that for next year too, that I don't have to buy it. But then again, if it's on sale, why not? And I have other recipes that I can use it for too. Like there's like a pork tenderloin you can do with cranberry, like jellied cranberry, like from a can, which is very similar to what I do with whenever I get like preserves on sale. I do it with I think it's orange preserve, like orange marmalade, over pork loin too, and everybody really likes when I do that too. So if I get pork loin on sale, I have, again, jars of the orange marmalade in the pantry. So that is a little insight into our grocery shopping, and like I said, sort of our plan and stuff like that is to like use the stuff up for like more, again, like specific reason, I guess. But then today too, for like dinner, I had, again, like my brain is always thinking of like, how can I use that? I got it jeweled back in November for like Thanksgiving. They had like the 5-cent Jiffy corn muffin mixes, and so I got 2 of those. I got them so that with the intent of, Jack really likes, there was a recipe I did a long time ago that was like it was like with Jiffy corn muffin mix, and then you literally just make it the way it says on the box, and then you just throw like hot dogs in there, and it's like a cornbread casserole sort of thing. I literally think that that is it. I think that that is still the recipe that I used. It's just you follow the box exactly, and then you just cut up hot dogs in it, and it's like a corn like a corn dog. And then you can just do it with like ketchup, you know, whatever. But it's not like the most insanely, it's also not the most healthy thing ever. So I just did it with boxed macaroni and cheese also on the side, because again, it was like stuff that I was like, let's just use this up. Like, let's just finish this. Again, I bought it with the intent of doing that, but then my problem is sometimes I forget about it, don't do it or whatever, and it sits in the pantry for forever. So since I knew that it was in there, like I said, from the other day, I was like, I'm gonna do this one day this week because it's an easy meal. It's super fast, and again, on a day like today where I was also baking cookies at the same time, I threw that in ahead of time so the oven was all heated up and everything like that, and then I could just, you know, we got the cookie dough done, and then was able to get everything cut out and started putting things in once the dinner was ready. So like I said, again, it's just like some of those convenient things that I have, but I always forget that I have them. Like, if it's not a freezer dinner and it's already pre-made and I just throw it in the crock pot, like, which is the way I do my freezer dinners, I forget about this stuff. So that's why I was like, okay, I can't forget about that. I'm gonna do that one day this week. So I got 2 things of the Jiffy corn muffin mix used up, a thing of hot dogs, and also a thing of the 2-pack, or like 2 boxes of that, the Cheeto mac and cheese, which I was not a huge fan of. My dad, Matthew, and Jack actually all apparently really liked it. My mom thinks it sounds disgusting and she won't even try it. I tried it and I wasn't a huge fan. I've got 3 boxes, and I only had 1 and then only ate half of it, and I gave my dad the other half, and so they all liked it. So I was like, I'll just do that as like a little side, just so that, again, if it's not super filling, or again, you don't want the monotonous taste of like the, the corn muffin mix, you can do a little bit with the you know, like I said, have a little bit of that on the side. It wasn't the most, you know, healthy thing, but I also did with a side of salad too that I had cut up from the other day. So like I said, that was what we ended up doing for dinner tonight. But it's, again, getting that stuff in the pantry used up. It's just, I always like if not, I probably wouldn't use corn muffin mix just to be like randomly like, oh, let's make some corn muffin mix, you know, like let's make cornbread. I wouldn't most likely do that. Like, that is not my first go-to, is like to make cornbread with a side, as a side for something. So if I put it in the pantry, I probably forget about it and then don't make it with whatever, you know. If it was like, oh, I'm gonna do that with chili, I'd probably forget about it, because we had chili yesterday nights, and that's when I saw it and was like, oh, I could do this with the chili. I was like, or I could save it and wait and just turn it into a whole meal. So that's what I ended up doing instead. But most of the time I don't. Again, it was only because the pantry's cleaned out that I saw it, but it's normally not my first thought to like, oh, make that with that, you know, whatever. So again, guys, like I said, that is my my pantry organization. Why I need the pantry organized is so that I can find the things that are in there and make, you know, again, those meals, because who can beat 5-cent corn muffin mix? And again, too, like, I paid 99 cents for a package of hot dogs, and I got the 2 boxes of mac and cheese for 88 cents. Like, it was honestly under like $3 probably for all this stuff for dinner, probably $1.50 for the salad. So again, we were looking at like probably under $5 in total for dinner tonight, and everybody ended up having some, and it was sort of like you had a little bit of options too. My dad brought leftovers for lunch tomorrow too, because there was leftover mac and cheese. So again, everybody, you know, like I said, was filled up and had dinner and was able to, you know, like I said, get pantry stuff used up as well, because that's something that I think I struggle with sometimes, is actually using the stuff that I sometimes buy, because I forget about it sometimes. So anyways, I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.